the way, I don't know if you guys could see this on camera, but the clapping was not.
It wasn't a
sound effect. Mm-hmm. Those were real claps. Mm-hmm. We got like 17 plus people in here right now.
About 20.
You know what I mean? About 20, I would say. Yeah. This is BLAPCHAT. What is this episode? What?
80.
This
is it really?
No, I think it's 81.
81.
Yeah, I think it's 81.
I know I missed
Josh,
one.
What is it? Do you know?
80.
It is 80. All right, that's even special.
Nice.
Even more
This is
special.
Ooh.
So this is BLAPCHAT episode 80. You know what I'm saying? This is an all music production podcast. I go by the name of Illmind. We're about to introduce our special guests, sisses, for today. But yeah, man, I'm Illmind. I'm gonna let my co-hosts introduce themselves. You know what I'm saying?
My name's Glam.
Hey.
It's perfection.
Hey.
My name is Jonathan Miller the Third.
No.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, what up? It's Atlas the Plug.
Atlas
one word.
The Plug.
One word.
One word.
Just make sure it's one word.
Booty loops. You know what I'm saying? Shout to Joe Budden. All right, so we here, BLAPCHAT episode 80. This is kind of crazy. Wow. We've reached the 80th episode.
80.
That went by fast.
Went by fast. We were
Although
actually.
I felt like we were stuck in the 70s.
I felt like we were stuck in the 70s for like 80 years.
Yeah.
We were stuck in the 70s for a minute.
Yeah.
So let me just give you guys a heads up. So this is a special episode. First of all, this is our 80th episode. It's August 9th. Fuck, I thought it was the 8th. That's okay.
Yeah, that was
it's August. So August is the 8th month, 2018. And we have a special episode today because we invited some special guests. We have a group of aspiring producers, artists, singers. Just overall, I'm going to assume you guys are good people. So I'm going to say we got some good people in here.
Look like some good folks in here. Look like some good folks.
Yup, who took the time out.
It's only guys. We're the girls.
True.
I
You know what I'm saying? Usually,
all guys.
you know,
I can't believe it.
Usually
Oh my God, we're
it's,
the
Come on,
only girls
ladies.
here.
you know what I'm saying?
What is that?
Damn.
Damn.
Come on, ladies.
Yo, they gotta work.
Gotta
you know
do
what I'm
better.
saying? We don't work. We're men. We don't work.
Looks like I got into the wrong industry, man.
But yeah, we got some special people in the building, so we're gonna do something really cool today. So we're gonna talk to you guys individually, and we're gonna kind of dig in, and we want to answer some questions. We want to build with you guys. I think this is also a cool opportunity for y'all to build with each other. Mm-hmm. You guys see my socials, and I'm like really into that kind of stuff. So that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna call you guys one by one, come up to the hot seat, and we're gonna have a little chat, and then we're just gonna go around the whole room. I don't know if this is gonna be. This might be more than 2 hours. This might be.
Let's see.
An hour and a half to.
Let's see.
We might blap a crap somebody too.
And we're gonna do some live blapper craps. Who brought beats? Raise your hand if you brought beats.
Hey.
Flash drive.
My man got a smile on his face. He's like,
right.
yeah, I got beats.
Right.
Okay, so we're gonna do some random. We're gonna let you guys. We're gonna choose, and then we're gonna plug in, play your beats, and then we'll do blapper crap live. We never
That's
did this
the first
before.
time. This is the first
This
in
is the
history.
first one.
First time we're doing
We've
it.
been talking about this.
We have been talking.
This
about
is awesome.
So before we get into that, I want to talk about this Travis Scott album.
Fire.
I want to talk about this Travis Scott album. I listened to it about 5 times straight, nonstop. Definitely growing on me. Mm-hmm. I liked it the first listen. Every new listen is better and better. Just the production, the melodies, the concepts. I personally think it's his best album, in my opinion. What do you guys?
agree.
So what do you guys think at this point? I know it's only been a few days, but
Yeah, I think it's one of my favorite albums thus far.
yeah.
Yeah, just because the quality of the music, the production was dope for me, and I knew it was gonna be dope because Travis never disappoints me.
Right.
Like everything that he's come out with, I've fucked with. So I wasn't expecting anything less of him. And like you, the first listen, I was like, okay, this is cool. It didn't make me kind of turn away from it, because when you hear an album, sometimes the first time it was like, I'm not sure.
Right.
So when I kept listening to it, it kept growing on me, and it's a great piece of work.
Yeah, I agree. What do you think, Claire?
I didn't get to really listen to it in depth just yet, but I've heard like clips.
Right.
I'm into promo behind albums too, so I really like the blimp, and I like how it was like in really monumental places like the DJ Screw house, and then like
it was very calculated.
It was like at Amoeba, it was in Soho, and like I love shit like that. 2 Chainz did that with Pretty Girls, like trap. He did pink trap houses like, in Atlanta, and then it started popping up everywhere. So I like stuff like that, and just production wise, just from what I heard, it was definitely fire. But I gotta dig. I need to dig.
That's
into
one of those
shit.
albums you really have to take your time with.
Yeah,
Atlas, what do you think?
I'm halfway through. Well, one thing, first off, finally we got an album. I mean, he got 17 tracks on there, so.
But it doesn't feel like.
I know. So I'm halfway. I'm up to Astro Thunder, which I think is like track 10 or 11. I think it's track 11. That's where I'm up to right now. So far, I love it. Yeah. I love it. I think it's really great. I think the track is fire. The production is awesome. I love the features on it. I mean, this guy, he's really good. He's going to go down in history as like one of those producer rapper guys, in my opinion. He's going to be like one of the best.
I would say at this point Travis is top tier, right? What do you guys think? Could we put him up there with Kendrick, Drake, Cole, Jay? You know, like modern day.
He's in the
top
conversation.
Tier. Is he there yet?
He's on his way. He's not there yet.
I would say he's in the conversation.
Maybe one more album.
He's on his way though.
But what categorizes him to be in that same level as them?
I think, to me at least, and you guys can, give me your opinion, but like, for me, it's impact, sales, how well those sales continue to perform over time. Like, I don't think this is an album that'll be here today, gone tomorrow. I think people are still going to be fucking with this album like a month from now. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then also just like, for me, it's impact. Like every time Cole comes out, there's like everything kind of like there's a shockwave. When Drake drops, there's a shockwave. When Kendrick drops, there's a shockwave. Obviously, we're in the shockwave right now of Travis Scott, and it feels pretty real. It feels like a real shockwave. And this is no disrespect to anyone else, but like if I don't even want to name names because I'm still trying to get placements, but like anyone who's not them dropping an album, like, you don't feel that shockwave. I mean, even Logic has a shockwave.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Definitely.
But not as intense as, like, Kendrick. So, I don't know. Still too early.
The guy's super young. How old is he? He's like 22 or something. How old is he?
He's got a 2 in front of his age.
He's definitely got a 2.
Yeah,
23.
Travis Scott is like 20.
Uppers.
He's like 26.
Mid to upper. I would say mid
He's like
to
37 years old.
No, he's like mid-20s.
Mid-20s?
Like 26, 27.
Oh, yeah. He's good, man. He's almost there.
He's chilling.
Nah, I like Travis.
I like Travis Scott a lot.
But, they do say that he influenced Kanye.
Exactly.
A
lot.
That's what, when you asked that question, that's what I said. I said that's why he's a relevant part of the conversation. If Kanye's been like, he was running for Kanye for a long time, right? So if for him to be the underdog like that, it makes him relevant to the conversation. But I couldn't say like.
But it's interesting when people categorize putting like a list, right? Because you mentioned Cole, but then there's a lot of people that think Cole's latest releases weren't it.
Right.
So, if you talking catalog, how is he included in that?
Well,
is it more lyrically now that you?
I just think for every 5 people that don't think that Cole's last album or last 2 albums were good,
you have like 20.
There's fucking 1.5 million that disagree. So but then you also have to factor in like a guy like Russ, who doesn't really get put into any conversation really, but can sell out stadiums.
Right.
So that's another thing. It's like all these guys are like have these massive fan bases, but what constitutes you being like the top tier, like with Kendrick and Cole and Drake? It's culture, I think.
It starts with the content too, though. I think it's ultimately like, because now you boil it. Now it gets down to preference. Right. Like, are you down with lyricism, or do you just like ear candy? Me, I'm listening for production. I'm listening to, like, I'm just listening to just I like it. It don't matter what the fuck it's saying, or like, it's how it's being delivered to me. It's how it sounds to me. That's what I think. That's what makes a person in question or like relevant into the conversation, I think.
But I think your point about it being culture makes sense too, because just like you said, Russ, Think of Russ. Russ has everything that a successful artist should have. He has the fan base. You know, he can sell out arenas. You know, he's charting, all of this. But he doesn't get that same respect. Why? And lyrically, he's not that bad. Like, his content's pretty good. Yeah. So why isn't he a part of that conversation?
I don't know. But Atlas likes him.
I'll say somebody doesn't like
Russ?
him.
You put me on to Russ.
I fuck with Russ.
I like
I think Russ is
I think
very
he's talented.
I think he's very
talented.
Listen, the guy put out one song. What is it? One song a day, I believe.
Yeah.
On SoundCloud every single day, and I think it was after like 13 months, so like a year. It's like 13 months. That's when the label started calling him.
He definitely
you know what I mean?
has
So
a strong opinion about
to be
industry.
recording, mixing, mastering, tracking, writing, performing it. I mean, it's crazy. You know, so if you can't respect that as artistry and from being for being something that's amazing, like, you suck. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna get haters naturally, no matter what you do. You're always gonna get haters, and when you get haters, that's when you know you made it. So
the more haters,
that means the better you're doing.
The more haters, the merrier.
The more haters, the merrier.
But then some people don't have. But then
That's
then you
whack.
have the people who don't have haters who think they have haters.
Like, who doesn't have a hater?
Like, they be like, yeah, they hate. It's like, no, they just bad.
Nobody
It's
cares.
just trash.
Oh, like, no.
Like,
okay,
yeah,
I see what
you
you're
know
saying.
what I'm saying.
They don't have haters. They're just terrible.
You're just really bad.
Like, we're telling you the truth.
No, I'm
right.
trying to
That's
tell.
true.
I am your friend. Like,
Right.
I'm
That's
telling
true.
you, it's bad.
That's true. Well,
That's
shout
always fucked up, though. When you
That is
have a
fucked
friend
up.
that has like terrible music, how realistic
those aren't my
is it
friends.
that you
I don't
tell
talk
that?
to them. I don't talk
feel like
to them.
people
man.
usually be like, "That's cool."
Nah.
Like, they give you the slight like.
I know a person just like that who like sent one of my tracks to me and then like tried to like remix it, but like sent it to me already and was
bad.
like, "Yo," like had artwork and everything. I just didn't respond to him.
There you go.
Damn,
Like,
no
what-
response.
No. I can't tell you that that's dope. I can't say that's what's up. Like,
Damn,
no, I can't
Blam.
say anything.
I
Just
think
be like,
no
yo.
response is worse than
I
like.
think that was
just
a
be like-
response.
Be like, yo, keep
criticism.
doing you.
Oh no, not if it's on my track.
doing
That's
you.
not if it's on my track.
I
don't keep
feel like
doing
I'm a
it.
terrible person because I have like one or two friends that are close to me that always ask me for favors and want me to do stuff for them, and it's like, yo, can you play this for Ill? Yo, can you play this on Black for Crap?
You know what
yo,
you do?
can
I got the strategy for you.
Go.
If you have a friend like that who's like pitching you music and you know it's terrible, but you don't want to hurt their feelings, just ask them a bunch of questions so that they could just keep talking.
Right.
That I mean, I probably shouldn't. I might get flack for this, but like I would go into like family parties sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna name names, but I have people that know what I do in my family, and I just let them talk.
Yeah.
That's it.
I don't really deal with that with my family.
I just
which
gotta
I'm
let 'em
kinda
talk.
glad.
Just be like, so you know, what do you do? How long have you been?
Oh,
you know,
like how long you been producing?
avoiding my opinion,
okay.
because if I tell them my opinion, I'll break their heart.
Right.
You know, so I just gotta encourage them to just keep doing you, man.
Yeah, that's
know?
it.
Fucking blowing smoke up their ass.
No, that's it. Anyway. Man, today I'm so excited, man. Josh, did you get a pan of like everyone here yet? You want to try to get on it? Why don't you go over here? You know what? You guys never get to see Josh. This is what
Josh.
This is Josh.
Josh is currently single.
Josh.
No, he's not single.
Nice shirt, Josh.
He's like,
He's got
actually,
a
I'm
nice-
not. He's like, actually,
He's got
I'm
a
not.
nice shirt on.
Got the camo.
He's the camera. He is the
camo
camera.
with the camera.
So we got a bunch of homies in here, man. So glad you guys could make it today. We want to start talking to you guys, man. We're talking too much. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna call one of you guys one by one. We're just gonna have a little conversation. Ask us questions too, because I asked you guys earlier. Like a lot of you guys are like producers and rappers, and you know, if you listen to the podcast, that's a big part of what we talk about here. Is just like, you know, analyzing certain situations and trying to maneuver in the best way you can. And so I want to kind of get a little bit into that, and you know, hopefully we can help you guys, you know, and get into some conversation about that stuff. So I'm gonna call my man over here. What's your name? Kamali.
I'll go after like 3 people.
Why 3 people?
He got to see how the conversation goes. And,
No, come on, man.
feel
Come
Come
on,
on, man. Don't be shy.
No,
Come on.
clap it up for Kamali.
Kamali,
He's first, baby. Set the tempo.
Let him
Set-
I
know.
want to go after
Set
like
the
3
tempo.
That's how we do it.
Get comfortable. These are your headphones.
Mi casa, tu casa.
These are your headphones.
I can't be
How do you say your name?
first.
Kamali?
Kamali, but
Come
my
on.
producer name is.
Here, talking to the mic.
Oh yeah, let me put on that phone.
My man Kamali in the building.
There he is.
There he is.
Cool. So.
Check 1, 2.
Yeah. Okay.
Get a little closer.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah, my name's Kamali, but my producer name is Lil Axia, so it's Lilxyuh. Yeah.
I like that, Lil Axia.
Mm-hmm.
How can they find you on Instagram and Twitter?
It's just the name.
Same
just
thing.
Lil
X.
Yeah.
Y.
U H.
Yeah.
Lil Axia.
Can you spell that one more time? Because I was
Y-U-H.
confused as hell trying to understand that.
L-I.
Okay.
L.
Okay.
Xyuh.
Gotcha. Okay. Got it.
I know Alice has some advice for that.
Change the name. It's kind of
Simplify
complicated. It's XYL.
Not really.
I don't know.
No, it's a cool name.
Not really.
a
It's
really
tight.
Cool name. Yeah, I like it.
Go.
As long as you don't have any underscores in there.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
No cash.
Yeah,
all right. You're
No
good
dollar
then.
signs
You're
and
good.
Because
underscores.
what if you meet like Drake, and he'd be like, "Yo, what's your Instagram? All right, check it out.
Underscore.
Underscore ly. You won't.
Cash,
you know what I mean?
Underscore stack and cheese.
It's a real thing.
Yeah, I actually thought about changing it in the beginning, but I remember when I first started producing, I would tell my name to people, and it was funny, so I kind of kept it to, push me to go harder with the music. So, it was funny when I mentioned my name, but then when I play my music, the tone would usually change in the room, so.
Good.
Yeah.
That means you got them slappers.
What was funny about your name, though? I don't.
Just the name. I guess it was funny to
It's unique.
So pronounce it one more time.
Lil Yuh, but there's
Lil Yuh.
some artist by the same name, but he
Really?
spells his Lilyuh. I just put the X in the middle.
His name is Lil Yuh,
Okay.
Yeah.
but it's for yeah, like yeah.
Mhm.
Exactly.
that.
That's what
I
it
think
is.
it's
That's fire.
cool. I like it.
Yeah,
I like
like
YUH.
it.
That's why I like it.
I like that. So you got how long you been producing?
By the end of this year, it'll be 2 years.
Good. What do you use?
Fruity Loops.
FL.
Mm-hmm.
Cheat code. Cheat code. It's a cheat code.
He looks confused, like he doesn't know what that means. Cheat code.
Yeah, because it's so easy to use and you can make fire on it.
Okay.
Cheat. Well, and I'm a hater because I use Pro Tools.
Yeah.
I don't use FL, so I just hate on all that. But I don't really. I'm just joking. But
I want to
it's
know
still-
what made him want to go third.
Oh no, because
Trying to prepare.
I made a loop last night,
Mhm.
and I wanted to lay it out because I knew you guys.
Well, no, you don't have to play anything yet.
No, we don't play.
Yeah, we're doing
Yeah.
that later.
Yeah, you
We're doing that later. We just want to talk.
Time.
We just want, you know what I mean? Conversate a little.
So while the
He's like, I
interview
still
was
gotta
going
bounce
on,
my
I
shit
was
out.
kinda-
Hold
Yeah,
on.
Yeah,
you
like,
could do
hold on,
that.
my
You could
shit ain't
prepare.
ready.
Yeah.
Got
Do you
to
have
get
Do you have
ready.
a question for us, like just in terms of what you're trying to figure out, what your
Right.
situation is, like what's up?
Well, what I plan on doing, apart from the producing, I also I engineer, but I really want to get into film scoring.
Mm-hmm.
Apart from all the other stuff. So I noticed you got the placement with Moana.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to figure out how that came about because I know that's a whole different world.
Yeah. So film scoring is really like anything else. It's a relationship or someone you know. A lot of times when there's a major motion picture being made, they don't really approach the music making in a way where they're like scouting for music. They usually know who they're using. So like if if they're doing a Star Wars film, they know they're getting John Williams. And if there's a Disney film happening, there's these like composers that they've already been using who they would go to. So a lot of that is really, 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 really tough to get into because it's very, I don't want to say political, but it's very like relationship based and trust based. Like if you want to break into that Disney matrix, it's really, really tough. So the way that I was able to break into it through it was through Lin-Manuel. Do you guys know who Lin-Manuel is? Raise your hand if you don't. That's totally fine if you don't. So Lin-Manuel Miranda is the guy who made Hamilton on Broadway, which was like the biggest thing in 2015, 16, and 17. Highest selling Broadway show. They have it in Chicago, LA. It's like touring around the world. He's a huge celebrity now. So he created that show. So long story short, in 2015, the same year that Hamilton on Broadway blew up, I released an album with Joel Ortiz called Human. And Joel Ortiz just so happens to be one of Lin-Manuel's favorite rappers. So I started following him. He started following me. And I'm talking about Lin. And then we started DMing each other. And he was like, yo, I love the album, blah, 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 blah. And so around that time, he just so happened to be working on the Hamilton mixtape on Atlantic Records. So I had a relationship with some of the A&Rs there already. And we kind of put two and two together. And Lin was like, yeah, let's get Ill to produce on the Hamilton mixtape. So I ended up doing like 5 tracks on there. that went great. Everyone loved it. And then a couple months later, I get a call from Lin, and he's like, hey, so I'm like working on this movie for Disney, and I'm overseeing the music. I'm the, kind of the music supervisor, and I'd love for you to do a song with us. And I was just like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna do a song with you guys. And so I got on a call with like the president of A&R at Disney, and then Lin, and then my manager, and they were like, hey, we have this song with The Rock, and it's called You're Welcome, and it's for this movie we're dropping on, Thanksgiving, and we want to do this song. And then I just produced it and did it with them, and that was it. So that was my foot in the door. It wasn't the traditional, like, throw your submissions in or try to, it's really just like a long line of stars really that had to align to kind of put me in that position. And that's how it happened, and then even from that opportunity, I got to work on The Greatest Showman, the movie with Hugh Jackman, and that was another like Disney related release. I believe it might not be Disney, I'm not sure, but the composer who worked on Hamilton also worked on that with these other two writers who did all the Broadway stuff. They're like Emmy, Oscar winning composer guys. And they brought me in to like do some drum work, and that was based on like my relationship with Hamilton and with Lin and Hamilton and all that work. So that was how I got in. So I don't really have like direct advice in terms of breaking into cinema, but I know that it's relationship based, and I know that there's music supervisors who work at these movie houses that control the music and that make those types of decisions. So you would just have to figure out a way to try to get to know those guys in some way, shape, or form. Do you guys have anything to add on that?
Yeah, I mean, I was just going to say that story just goes through what we always talk about, relationships, you know, and the main thing is just, like he said, trying to figure out who are these people that you can pitch your music to, and start developing those relationships, see where they're at, see, where their offices are at. If you can schedule appointments, and talk in person, just get to know, what their process is like. Not even asking them to listen to your music then and there, but just developing a relationship, and that way they can feel comfortable, because Lin felt comfortable enough with you that he wanted to keep giving you a call to work.
Yeah, and I didn't like spam anyone. It was more of like a mutual respect thing. And like if you look at the timeline to go from like to get to Disney, it was meeting Joel Ortiz. No, I'll go all the way back to timeline, and I'll keep it short. 2009, I met this up and coming artist named Jared Evan, who at the time was signed to Interscope. My ex used to work at Fader, and because she worked there was another intern at Fader magazine who managed this kid Jared, who I met in 2009, who also interned at Fader. He ended up becoming an artist. Me and him became really good friends. So he started working on a project with Static Selector in 2013, I want to say, 2012. So Static had called me to come, and Jared to call me to help them mix the record. So I went to Static's crib. This was 2012, and I was mixing the album one day, and Joel Ortiz came in. That's how I met Joel. I played him some beats. He was like, yo, take my number down. Me and Joel started hanging out. We got close. Early 2015, late 2014, Joel hit me up like, yo, let's get in the studio. We ended up doing a whole album. And then that was the album that Lin-Manuel heard for him to become a fan of mine. And that opened the door to Hamilton, opened the door to Disney and all that stuff. So, I mean, shit, if you told me I was going to do Disney in 2009, I wouldn't have believed you. You know what I'm saying? But like every placement that I've gotten, the story is very similar, where it's just like something I did years ago helped me to get that opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Yeah, one more thing too, back to the music supervisor. We interviewed the music supervisor from
Keir Lehman.
Keir Lehman, yeah, episode 50
Insecure.
From Insecure, the HBO show. So you should listen to that episode and hit him up on Twitter. He's on Twitter. He's
always
active.
looking for submissions.
He's very active. He's always looking. So if you guys are in here, you should follow him. Keir Lehman, episode 50 of BLAPCHat. Listen, and
you guys are familiar with Insecure, right? On HBO.
Yeah,
Issa Rae.
Issa Rae. I can't wait.
Amazing.
The show is
Amazing
awesome.
show. We should try to get them on here.
That'd be great.
Oh my God. Hell yeah, that would be crazy.
We could do that. Anyway, my man, let's give it up for Lil Ya. Lil Ya.
Lil Ya.
Yeah.
Little X, yeah.
We're gonna queue up your beats later on. You know what I'm saying? All right, we gotta slide through this, man. Shit, my man, you want to come up here and chat a little bit? Yeah. Let's talk about graphic design. What's your name?
Joseph.
All right, clap it up for Joseph, guys. Yeah. What's up, bro? Welcome, man.
Welcome.
You got I know we were chatting a little bit earlier. You do some graphic design stuff like that. Is there anything in your field or anything maybe we could help with?
Just for the record, you know, I heard that. You know, I was across the room with my guy Corey, and I had no idea this was going on.
Supposedly it's like 20 people outside.
20? Jesus Christ.
20? All right.
All right, we have 20 more people outside.
I'll go outside.
Tell them to hang out. We'll talk to them like in a little bit. We'll take a little break and then we'll congregate. Yeah.
Hold tight.
Yep. All right, continue. Sorry.
Yeah. So I had no idea this was going on in advance, and I heard, you know, this was happening. So I was like, you know what? Let me pull through. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, great to meet you, man.
Good to meet you.
My question is sort of like, you know, as a graphic designer, as a web designer, as a creative, how do you, you know, from your perspective, how do you sort of like stay in your own creative zone and create what you want rather than sort of being influenced by, you know, influence or comparing yourself to
other people?
Other people, yeah.
Got it. You guys want to start that off?
I would say number one, don't compare yourself to anybody. I mean, be influenced by somebody and have someone that, you know, you can maybe look up to and learn things from. But I would never compare myself to anybody else. I think that's the first step. Is once you get over that, it's one of the hardest things to get over, actually, is really stop looking at other people and focusing on you. And once you can start doing that, I think that's when you're really going to start progressing in the right direction.
Absolutely.
Was your question more so how, or like just
like how to deal with it?
Yeah, like how do you deal with it, or like
yes, but more so like how do you stay in that your creative zone mode area?
I just don't. I'm just not on my phone. Like if I really want to get something
that's
done,
a fact,
I'm just not on my phone. Obvious, like that's such a no-brainer. If you really want to, you know, get something done, it can get really addicting, and then you end up on people's pages, and then it just leaves a lot of idle time.
You get lost in the rabbit hole.
Yeah, you literally get lost in that. So I always, you know, unplug. I never post. You know, if anybody follows me, they know that I rarely post. I just would rather do it when I have something to say, and when I really want to share, or if I really want to share something, then. But other than that, it leaves too much room. So I just, you know, I feel like it's easier said than done, obviously.
It is.
Yeah.
But like you got to ask yourself too, like put yourself on that timeline. Like how bad do you want to get that done? How bad do you need to get that finished? Because it's just gonna sit there and then, you know, you fucking up.
Facts.
So
Perfection, you got anything to add?
Yeah, I think it's all mental and just like, you know, focusing on being your best self, you know, mentally and, you know, with your goals. Because I think we live in such an age where you can't really avoid comparing yourself.
That's fine. It's AC. No, it's AC. It's AC. It's fine.
Kind of loud. But you know, we live in a day and age where you can't avoid comparing yourself or comparing something, because there's so many people in the world, and with social media, you know, you see it all. And I agree with Glam. It's just limiting your time to, you know, where you can find time to be creative and be in your zone, you know. And I've done that. You know, it's funny, coming here, I took the train from the city, and I felt like I was in an episode of Black Mirror, because I'm like against the, you know, the door, and I see 3 people literally right in front of me, and they're all looking down on their phone.
Everyone's on their phones.
Like on social media, and I'm like, that's crazy.
I've seen
like
cops
we're
do that
all
shit too.
doing that. Like every single person is like looking down at their phone, and it can be addicting, you know. And that's when you start to compare yourself to others. That's when you start to not feel confident in yourself and your work, and it fucks with your self-esteem, and that fucks with your productivity.
I mean, in a nutshell, like, it's just the phone thing. And I've noticed that too. Like when I'm in the studio, I used to just always have my phone, and it really fucked with me. But now when I'm in the studio, I put the phone in a different room. Like I leave it in the living room, and I just keep it away from me, you know. But it literally is the phone, because when you don't have access to what anyone else is doing and you're like in your element, you could really get busy.
And I think as a whole too, just your environment. Because sometimes it's not even your phone. Sometimes it's the people around you. Sometimes it's your space, you know. And I've felt that way before, where it's like, all right, I don't feel creative here anymore. I got to step away from this place and go somewhere else. And then it just opens up the door to just being creative. Like, you know, in the summertime, I like to, you know, since I work in the studio, Battery Park is right there. So I like to like find different little areas where I can like have lunch and like just think of ideas.
That makes a difference.
You know what I mean? Because it
helps.
You can literally think of new ideas if you're in a new place. Like you can think of new shit in a new environment. Like, you know, you'll be surprised how much shit like that holds you back. Like people, your environment, just what you're putting in your mind, really.
Right. So you just need to place yourself in a different area just to get that.
It just everything. It's a little bit of everything. You know, I think what we're saying is find what works for you. Like, you know, maybe it's just, you know, if it's the phone that makes you compare yourself to others, limit your time. If it's the people around you, find other people that make you feel creative that you can collaborate with. You know, if you're in a space that doesn't make you feel creative, find another place that makes you feel confident enough to where you're, you know, bringing out your best work. You know?
Yeah, and putting the phone away is big. And also too, like I was just having a conversation with someone a couple of days ago about this, not this exact thing, but it's relevant. The fact that like you guys or all of us, like we don't see the mundane stuff on social media. Like when you guys look at my Instagram, you guys see all the cool shit, but you don't see, you know, Saturday 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. I'm like raking my backyard. Like life is not always lit, you know, like Quavo is somewhere like taking a shit.
Right. Yeah. Drooling on his pillow. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Jay-Z is somewhere like arguing with Beyonce maybe, or like taking his daughter to like feeding his daughter, or like doing everyday shit. Like that's the stuff we don't see. So we get so caught up on the phone and we look at people's Instagram stories like, oh, everyone's having so much fun. Fuck, I'm over here. I feel drained. I feel depressed. And it's the truth, you know? So simply putting the phone away and removing yourself from other people, access from other people, and just like saying, okay, for the next 2 hours, no phone. I'm just going to be here and I'm going to work. I'm going to have fun. And I'm going to do what I do. And I'll just worry about all that stuff later. It really, really, really does help.
And just believe in your work and know that like your work is progressing, you know.
That's it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Smoke a joint. Nah,
yeah, smoke a joint. Do drugs. No. All right, clap it up, man. So Alex, we have more people outside. Do they know that are they chilling out there? Or what?
They're out there. Yeah, I'm gonna go in
the
lobby. I'm gonna go check on them.
We'll rock out for like 30, and then we'll do a little rotation.
Yeah,
maybe an hour.
Sure. See who actually wants.
See if they want to hang out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we definitely want to meet everyone.
Cool. So I'm gonna go. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. Let them know they can hang out. Let's get someone else over here.
Do you guys want my Insta or
shout it out?
Yeah. Sure.
All right. My Instagram is AceX Project. So that's ACEX Project. Gonna be launching my website this weekend. It's acexproject.com. So keeping it simple, but
AceX Project.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah,
amazing. All right, my man. All right, who's in the hot seat?
Who wants to go?
Going in order.
Who wants to go? Yeah.
You want to get up in here?
You want to get up in here?
Pause. Shit, that was a pause.
What's your Alex.
Name? Alex?
Yeah.
Clap it for Alex, man. He's here. What do you do, Alex? Talking to the mic.
I'm a composer. I was trained as a jazz pianist, and I started doing more like hip hop and pop stuff about a year and a half ago.
Good.
2 years ago. Yeah.
How does it feel?
It feels great.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
What do you use?
I use Pro Tools and Logic.
Pro Tools,
right.
Logic.
Yeah. I actually work at the studio in Financial District as well.
Okay. Where?
It's the Battery, 50 Broad.
50.
Can you talk into the mic?
Yeah. Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, really close by.
Good. So what do you have a question for us? Anything?
Yeah. Since I'm kind of starting, I try to send my instrumentals to a lot of like different artists, rappers and singers who I see as kind of my peers, but I'm always kind of worried and wondering how to do it when maybe I'm like reaching like 1 or 2 steps up. Like how do I go about sending those tracks? Like how do I like package everything? Do I send it via Dropbox, or do I send a full track or just a loop? That type of stuff.
So the best way to send without like pissing someone off.
Yeah,
Okay, so I think the first thing you want to think about is what kind of relationship you have with the person. So ask yourself, is this the first time I'm sending this person something? Do I know them? Do they know me? If I email them, will they recognize my email address? Is this someone that I met at a party and got their email and they know that I'm sending them music? So all of those things are super, super crucial, like knowing what type of relationship you have with the person you're sending music to. And it's different depending on that. So if it's someone, let's say it's an artist that you ran into at the studio, and like they kind of fuck with your shit, they heard some of your stuff and they're like, yo, send me some music, then you're kind of in, you know what I mean? So you would basically just send them music through email. And the best way, to me, the most convenient way to send someone music is just email attachment. Email attachments are great because a lot of times what they'll do is they'll get your email and then they just want to listen to it immediately on their phone. So if you send them a Dropbox link or a WeTransfer or like a zip file, it's really difficult for them to try to listen to it on the phone, and they might get turned off or they might forget. And trust me, guys, that's happened more times than none, you know? So email attachment.
Don't send like a G Drive link.
No, G Drive, like Google attachment.
I like a SoundCloud
is terrible.
link though. I like a SoundCloud link.
Yeah, SoundCloud is good too, but you know, if you're like wanting to send them directly and like in hopes that they'll like record to your shit, then you want to give them full access. So email attachment, I would say 4 to 5 MP3s. Keep it short. Don't write like an essay, and just keep it moving like that. And I think you should definitely format like the songs in full. So like have them fully formatted, ready to record to. No snippets. Like I'm like not a fan of like snippets at all. Like people really don't like snippets. And then like drops throughout the track, like definitely don't do that. So yeah, just MP3 attachments, and then just keep it moving from there. And then also too, like if you're sending someone music, give them an opportunity to hit you back. So you never want to like overstep your boundaries and try to like stay on top of it and feeling like, okay, I want to be productive, let me just like keep hitting them up, because then it gets annoying, right? So the thing you want to keep in mind is, if you send someone music and they don't hit you back, one of two things is happening. You get that? One of two things is happening. Either they haven't listened to them yet, or they heard them and they don't like them. And that's just the bottom line. If they hear them and they like them, then give them an opportunity to hit you back and say, yo, I fuck with this one, hold that for me. And it could be a day later, it could be a week, it could be 5 months, you know, you just never know, just depending on people's schedules. So I've learned from my experience that send them the music and just like give them an opportunity to breathe a little bit and do it that way. But again, it just depends also on what kind of relationship you have with them.
And
too.
I think it's good, like I don't think it's a bad thing to follow up, but it depends on the time frame. Yeah. Like, you know, if it's been like a couple months, there's nothing wrong with saying like, hey, you know, just resending
or
this
send more.
Pack.
Yeah.
You know, because if you are just taking a shot and sending it to somebody that does get a lot of emails and they might miss it, they might have missed it the first time, but not necessarily the second time, you know, when you sent it a couple months later. The only thing is, don't be, like you said, annoying in the sense where every day you're like, hey, did you hear that yet? Or even like 2 days later, it's like, dude.
Because it could be the most fire thing in the world, but if there's like this small, like, annoyance in there, like if they're annoyed by you just like even a little bit, people get turned off, man. You know, they'll just like be like, fuck this dude, like where's you know, I'm done, you know. So a lot of times that's more important than the actual quality. You know,
I'd say send the track, don't ever hit him back, hey, did you listen to it? I that like annoys me when I'm like, that's the worst thing you can do. Hey, did you listen to the track? Like, don't ever send that email. If you ever get that, put it in your draft box, think about it, then look at it the next day and say, ooh, I'm glad I didn't send that one. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, in my opinion, if you're not sure if they heard it, the best thing to do is send them more beats.
Yeah.
And just be like, yo, a few more. I got 3 more for you. Boom. And just send them. And just always send them. And never go back and ask if you heard it. Because they'll let you know when they heard them. And it doesn't take someone sometimes it takes someone a month before they can actually sit and listen to it in a place where they can listen to it in a place that makes sense. You know, like when I get beats, I don't like to just play it from my phone and hear it on the spot. I like to wait till I'm in the studio. I got the speakers. I got the big boys up there. Like, okay, that could be 3 days. That could be a month. That could be whatever. So give me, if you keep hitting me with the, oh, did you hear it? You're probably going to get blocked even at that point.
Damn.
There's just no time with dealing with that. I don't have time for that.
See how aggressive?
That's cold.
Nah, I'm just keeping it a stack, though, because these guys need to know this.
Yo, where you at? Send me your address.
You know,
these guys need to know this.
He's gonna unfollow you on social media.
The best thing is to just keep sending.
Yeah.
That's it. Because that's where your value is in the music. So don't be annoying by asking all these questions. I'm just interested in your music.
Yeah, he's right.
So send me dope music.
I did that with J. Cole, with Matt. I was just feeding him.
Yeah.
And I never hit him like, yo, did you show Cole? Yo, did Cole like the music? I was just like, nope, make more. Shit, months went by. He didn't hit me back. Let me send him 10 more. Fuck it. Mm-hmm. And then I got that call, you know? So feed them. You know, they know what they're doing. Like, if they're not checking their shit, then they need to get their shit together. It's not your fault, you know, but you want to avoid being the annoying guy at all costs. Right. Like, just don't be annoying. People hate annoying. They will pull the plug so quick. If they get that little sense of, I don't really like that person, you're done. You know, it sucks, but.
And it looks really good, in my opinion, if someone sent me a batch and it's maybe been a week and I didn't get to it, and then I see another email that they sent me another. I'm like, yo, homeboy's working, and you didn't even do anything. Right. You just sent me 2 batches of beats without asking one question, and I'm looking at it like, wow, this guy's working. Yeah. See what I'm saying?
Facts.
That's the angle.
That was fire.
See how passionate Ad gets.
That's the problem.
All right, man. Appreciate you. Clap it up, guys. Yeah. Oh, man. What's up, man? Remind me, what's your name again?
I'm The Season.
What is it?
The Season.
The Season?
Rapper.
All right, that's what's up.
Yep. Nice.
All right, what's up? The Season. That's what's up, man.
Where are you from?
From Long Island.
Nice.
Long Island. Cool.
That's what's on your hat?
Yep. No. It's my logo right there.
Nice.
Long Island?
No, it says
The Season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I'm a hip-hop artist and producer.
Cool. How long you been doing it?
I've been an artist for like 10 years now. I've been producing for almost 2.
Cool. So you're producing your own beats now, like all that?
Yeah, I just released the album May 31st. It was called C. It's on all streaming platforms.
Okay.
I got 2 beats on there.
Cool.
I'm trying to get it up to the par of my artistry skills.
Right. Yeah, for sure. 2 years is not a long time, but you can get a lot done in 2 years too. So what's your question, man? You got any?
So my main question is, I'm a Reason user also, like Glam, and I have an issue with DSP sometimes. So sometimes when I'm using some plugins, you know, my computer like slows down, sometimes crashes. Like, I just want to know like what's the best way to like limit your DSP.
Got it. Do you have any immediate Reason remedies, Glam, for that, or not? It might not be a Reason issue.
Yeah, it might not even be a Reason issue.
Probably
usually
computer.
shit like that is like it's the actual computer. It's like you may have to do some manual deleting like off your own, like clean it yourself, you know, and then go get it cleaned, like it's actually scrubbed, and you know, get an external. I would say get a drive to put all that extra shit, whatever you have on there, because usually that's most of the problem. And then when the computer is older, it's just automatically
it's gonna get fucked
more
up.
difficult. Yeah,
What kind of computer do you have?
Mac.
What year?
I don't know. I got it from my dad.
Okay,
how long have you had it?
How much space do you have?
I've had it for like 2 years. I got it when he passed away. So yeah.
How much space do you have?
Yeah.
Thank you.
How much space do you have on it?
To be honest.
Okay, so that's the problem.
That's the first
You gotta click this little Apple symbol in the corner, and then just go to About This Mac, and figure out the specs. See, my computer, this is not like my music making computer, but this one can handle it, and it's got 16 gigabytes of memory. So I had my guy come in and like double the memory to 16 gigs.
Okay.
And then I have a 2.2 gigahertz i7. So like this can handle most stuff, but the remedy for that is just get a new computer, or if you're using the computer you are now, keep everything in the computer and not on an external. Because when you start using your external drive to store like VSTs and sounds and all that stuff, the computer's working twice as hard, because what it's doing is it's processing in the computer, and then it's sending data through the USB or Thunderbolt to the drive, and it's acquiring the shit and then bringing it back in. So you're working at half the time. So this is my advice for everybody is, regardless of what DAW you're using, make sure all of your shit is in the computer so that you're not accessing your drive. The only time you want to access your external is when you're storing shit or you're loading stuff. Even like if you have a session file in Pro Tools on your external, drag it into your computer first and then work off of your computer directly. And then when you're finished, drag it back into the external. And that literally will fix like all of your problems. And then just get a new computer.
Yeah. And just clean out your shit too. I literally just did a lot of file management, and I deleted probably like 10 gigs from my trash can.
Oh, that's crazy. Damn.
Well, there was a point where I wasn't deleting shit because I'm like, oh, if I ever need something, I'll just, restore it. But I'm like, if it's in the fucking trash, just like
trash,
brown paper bag it.
You don't want to e-hoard. That's what they call it.
Right.
E-hoard. Word. All right. Clap it up, man. That was good. Shout out your socials.
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at TheSeasonLI13. That's TheSeasonLI13.
All right, that's what's up. Clap it up for the season. Yeah, my man. Have a seat. I like that shirt, man.
Thank you.
What's your name?
Angel.
Angel.
I go by AO as a producer.
AO?
Yeah,
yes,
cool.
This is actually. Oh, this is loud.
Yeah.
This is actually a shirt that I designed. I have 5 different designs for sweatshirts and shirts on my IG right now.
Tight.
Through Big Cartel.
Well, I'm a small.
Extra large.
Small XL.
I'll take an XL.
Actually, give me 2X. Give me that 2X.
So the only catch is I didn't set up the business profile to, pay extra.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm doing it like in person right now, or
That's
through
good.
Cash App or things like that.
That's good. Did
How's
you
it,
bring
man?
some today?
I have this one shirt.
What size are you?
I'm a large.
I'm just
you know what?
I'm just playing, bro.
If Illmind wears my shirt today, I think that's a check on the list.
Yeah?
Well,
Yeah.
I think you got to send us some shirts first,
Definitely.
right?
Sure.
And then
You
we'll
send
wear
it, we'll promote, we'll put it up here. We'll
As long as you,
we could talk.
As
We
long
can
as
set
you,
that up.
as long as you wore natural deodorant this morning, then I'll throw it on. Pause.
Absolutely.
Nah, that's dope, man. So you have a question? What's up?
Actually, I didn't want to take too long here, but I just wanted to say, like, I honestly appreciate you guys being so grounded, so humble, giving people like all of these guys here, as well as myself, an opportunity to really come out and sort of bring that spotlight a little closer to ourselves. Like, you have no idea, dude. I actually bought a USB in hopes of giving it to you because I didn't know if you were going to do BLAPCHAT today. Yeah. And I have a ton of beats on there. I wrote like a letter like explaining like how I got into understanding who you are. I met Riser.
Shout out to Riser.
Shout out to Riser at Riser Music.
Mm-hmm.
Went to the beat battle, made it to semifinals, and then sure enough, I'm following you through social media, hearing all the messages, and I'm sitting in front of you now. This is fucking crazy.
The power of the universe, man.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Thank you for the kind words, man.
I appreciate it.
That really means a lot. That's why we do it. Like we just want to keep building with our people, man, and building community, man. So. Yeah, but I definitely will take the flash.
Yes,
I'll think about the shirt because I see a little stain here. I don't know what that is.
That's just
I'm just playing.
That's cool. The O on the back is the O that you would find on my logo. So it's AO, but the O has a slash through it.
Okay,
so,
word.
Yeah, that would be like the logo you would see everywhere, in terms of like music production, clothing, things like that.
Tight.
My question, I feel like most of it got answered, but in terms of, I guess, I've been making music for 12 years now. I use Sony Acid.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So a little old school.
Yeah.
No cheat code, not yet.
No.
I am working on enhancing my sound, so mixing, mastering, engineering for myself. In terms of making the beats, I think I've kind of got that down in terms of sampling and putting sounds together and putting my ideas together. But getting it to the crispest quality, I'm not sure whether to go about taking it to the internet, to YouTube, to learning from videos there. Like how, I guess, so my question I think is more so, how do you guys kind of focus on making sure it sounds as close to perfect as possible for like the artist that you want to pitch it to?
I'll keep mine quick. I think you want to omit the word perfect because no mix or song or beat is ever perfect because perfect is so subjective and it's just a whack title. What I would do in terms of like focusing on the mix, like I think that's what you're saying, like how do I get my shit to just like sound professional and up to par with like everyone else. Just compare your stuff to other people, right? So like literally queue up a song that you think is mixed really well, and then queue up your song, and then just literally go back and forth, compare the two, and then slowly kind of turn the knobs and adjust certain things to try to get as close to that as possible. And then just like kind of, it's a lot of just trial and error, honestly. It's you're trying stuff and you're destroying the sound in different ways to try to get it as close as possible to what you're going for. There's no right or wrong. You really just have to trust your ears and try stuff. So like you could literally take the whole day and say, you know what, I'm gonna make this beat and I want to mix this beat to sound just as good as, you know, Kendrick Lamar, God, or you know, like Travis Scott, fucking Sicko Mode. Like those 808s are crazy. Let me compare my shit and EQ my shit to try to get it to sound exactly like that. And then based on what you did, you can start utilizing those techniques in your own shit and then learn from there. And then you're acquiring your own techniques along the way. That's how I did it. I know that's how a lot of people did it. You just gotta get dirty. You gotta get down and dirty. You know what I mean?
What do you think is missing from your mix?
I wouldn't. Well, I mean, aside from people recording on it, I don't think I'm missing so much essentially for like the sound or the vision that I have for the beat, but more so just the So in terms of how I make it, like I've been trying to set up a home studio for a while now. I've come to as close as having like the foams all around the wall, and then I don't know how the hell, you know, I came back home and my room's on fire. Like,
damn,
shit like that.
literally?
Yeah. So like even just fixing that up, it took like 2 years because like my room, every time I went in it smelled like smoke.
Jeez.
I couldn't like sleep there. My mom got sick a bit. So it's been a lot of like up and down in terms of trying to get this shit done. And so as far as like now I'm using like, I'll use like a JBL speaker to try to get it like on an idea of like a louder sounding speaker, but most of it's like headphones. So it's like having studio monitors and things like that. Like at this point, I still feel like, you know, some people have that privilege or have that, you know, have that gear, and there are producers that are really grinding from bottom. And I feel like even as long as I've been doing it, I'm still steadily making my way there.
I think as far as quality, it's just getting a bit more familiar with what an actual mix is and how to mix certain sounds, like what frequencies to play with, like what you can add, you know, to the sound to make the mix sound better, like, you know, how to EQ the snare, how to EQ this type of synth, you know, so that way you can know what you're adding or what you're removing to make it sound of quality, you know, because I've mixed certain things in like headphones and it's, you know, it sound pretty decent. What I do when I'm producing is I kind of do a rough mix as I go.
Okay.
You know, so like, you know, with certain things I'll add like a light reverb, you know, I'll EQ certain highs out, you know, from certain things. So I'll do that lightly while I'm producing because it's helping me, you know, lay down the idea that I have. And then when I'm done with, you know, the track and I'm content with everything, I start to take the mix to the next level. So I think, it's just like understanding how to mix each thing, you know, and kind of doing what you're doing is go from headphones. If you have a car you can go to, hear it there. I like to hear stuff in the train too because I can see how, you know, my levels are and things like that. So just, you know, I think just studying more and
So in terms of the train, use the background noise to kind of filter in on what should be louder.
So what I do sometimes is like I'll hear you know, I'll bounce out my track and then I'll be on a train because I'm just on the train. That's where I listen to music. So I kind of compare how my track sounds to like other records that are mixed and mastered and are like on iTunes or, you know, Tidal, and seeing what's the difference. Like, oh, okay, I need to like boost my drums a bit or, you know, add a little more bottom to my 808 and, you know, things like that. Just comparing it, like you said, to like your favorite tracks and shit like that.
Yep. Cool. Yeah.
I appreciate it.
That's
Again,
it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and I'll take that flash. Definitely for sure.
Right here.
Yeah, hook it up.
Zipped up, ready to go.
And I'm gonna take all you guys' flashes, by the way, before you leave. But
they're like,
thank you, my friend.
I was just gonna play the song.
And we're gonna do some and when I get your flashes, we're gonna do random plugins for BLAPCHAT, right, Atlas?
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. All right, clap it up, guys.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. Hit me on the DM. We'll have the shirts.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can send me one.
Social, real quick, if I can plug in.
Shout it out.
And Instagram is AOPROD1, so AO Productions 1. I think my Twitter is AO892.
You think your Twitter is?
I was literally, I was just trying to check it. SoundCloud. So through Instagram, I have the link tree, so you can find the clothing there, you can find the SoundCloud there, you can find the PayPal there. If you need to reach me any other way, DM me, message me.
Tight. All right, good shit. Good shit.
Who's next?
All right, we going down the line.
Yeah.
All right, my man, what's your name?
I'm Harrison.
Harrison.
I'm a wannabe rapper right now.
Wannabe rapper.
Yeah.
We're all wannabes. I'm a wannabe producer. I'm a wannabe island owner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, you have a question? What's up?
I don't know. I've just been rapping for like 5 months now.
Nice.
My parents are giving me 2 years off from college because I hated it. And I put out like 57, 60 songs.
Wow. So what platform are you releasing them on?
SoundCloud, Spotify, but like I'm rapping just to like YouTube beats now, so
okay.
I'll probably have to take them down off of Spotify one day.
So you've posted 50 thus far.
Or like
on
57.
SoundCloud.
Or like I deleted a few of them.
Okay.
Right. So are you seeing any growth? Like are you starting to build a fan base?
Like at first I was just putting them out. Like my first song I ever made I just put out because I was watching like Gary Vee videos and he's like, fuck it, just like put your shit out.
Yeah.
And so I just started doing that. I mean at first like I was getting shit on and stuff. But like it's just like part of it.
Yeah, it is part of it.
Yeah.
No, you're gonna get people to hate it.
Yeah.
For sure. People are always gonna hate, but you want to start focusing on, if you post something on SoundCloud and it gets 5-10 comments, and 5 people are hating it, but the 6th person is like, oh, I actually like that.
Like now that they're getting like a lot more like positive feedback, and like people that started following me at the beginning to now, like they're commenting like it's getting so much better and all that. So.
Good.
What do your listens look like? Like what's your highest amount of listens?
I used to
in
get
one song?
like 30, 40, but those were like on songs that weren't as good, and I was getting like bad comments on. But now I'm only getting like 10, 12.
Right.
I've had some reposts which got me like 40 and stuff. But like,
good.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Why is the first thing when you come on here, the first thing you said is I'm a wannabe rapper? So what does that mean?
I don't know. Like
it's like, are you a rapper? Like, are you doing it? Are you in it?
Is this for fun? You doing it?
Or are you just like, I know I'm not really
it?
good, but I'm just fucking around. Like, I'm just trying to figure out the angle.
I'm
just trying to help you out here. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta be like humble about it. You can't just come in saying like you're a rapper if you haven't been rapping for 5
No, you can say you're an aspiring
You can say I'm an artist. I'm an artist.
You can.
Yeah.
When you say wannabe, it sounds like you don't believe in yourself.
I mean, I do, but like, yeah.
I think for me is like what made you want to put out 50 songs in a matter of 5 months.
It's all Gary Vee's fault.
Because I mean,
God damn it, Gary.
I mean, I agree with releasing content, but I think you also have to have your listeners be able to breathe with the music too. So it's like you're at least releasing like 10 songs a month.
Yeah.
Maybe even more. Like, how often do you release music?
I mean, when I first started off, I watched like a Gary Vee video of Nipsey Hussle where they like put out one a day, and I was like, all right. I was just like a little.
Well, the thing I do like about that though is that you haven't been doing this for that long, so you're really just like you're in your boxing gloves and you're training right now. You're punching the bag, you're getting in there, like knocking a song out. Yeah, you're just getting your shots in. So. It sounds like you're just super early. You know what I mean? Like you don't really, you're just kind of fucking around, but you got the gloves on. You're training, right? So I don't know. It's still very early. I think if you are going to continue to post music every day and like really stay consistent, reply to every comment.
Yeah,
even the haters, don't say like fuck you too.
Yeah, don't
but like focus on the positive comments and really just start like analyzing what's working and what isn't. Like, okay, why does this song I posted last month have this many, and why does this one have no listens? And then compare the two and be like, oh, maybe they like my rap flow on this more than this. Let me start fucking with this rap flow that they like and see if I can fuck with it and get better at that. So right now it's just like training and research and just trying stuff and not being afraid to try different things and really just like finding your sound and finding yourself. That's the kind of the phase it sounds like you're in.
That's the main thing I'm focusing on.
What's your records you? Who records you?
I just record myself. Like I bought some equipment and just started.
Okay. What's your rap name?
Harrison.
Harrison.
I
like that.
Can we get like a quick quick 4, 8 bars.
Oh, man, As, of course.
Come on.
One of his songs.
This is the exposure, man.
I'm playing an Illmind beat.
Come on, let's go. Ill, play that beat. Let's go.
Now everyone's just barking at him now. Like,
play that beat, Ill. Play that beat. Let's get it.
We need.
Come on.
We just need him to rap one of the shits he posted.
Come on, give us a quick 4, 8.
Something familiar.
I tried and like freestyle by myself, and it's just.
All right, well, Ill, don't worry. You're gonna get the dopest beat you ever had in your life right now.
No, this beat's
we're gonna take care of you.
Okay, so I'm gonna load up a beat for you, and you're gonna freestyle. Let's see what I have here.
I love how I looked in there.
There's like an empty folder.
Let's see what I have here. There was nothing there.
I have to go to my.
Get money, yeah.
I have to go to my special folder here. Let's see. Samples, loops, other shit. Oh, it's in the other shit folder. Okay,
I have
here we
one
go.
of those too, but it says really.
I'm reaching into my batch for Lil Wayne. You ready for this? All right. Batch for Lil.
It literally says Illmind batch for Lil Wayne.
Come on, let's hear it, bro. Get up on the mic. Hug that mic.
Don't be
Hug
shy.
that mic. Let's see. Come on, Harrison.
Don't be shy.
Let's see.
This is your moment. Let's go. Let's get 16.
Yeah. Alright, this might be off.
Let's just go. Fuck it.
Come on, Harrison.
Let's go, BLAPCHAT.
Building.
Working outside all day, day after day. I just go in the basement, back and forth, that's how I go. Yeah, I have days off from work, I just spend it all in the basement. Putting out songs, watching content from Gary Vee and Illmind. Yeah, that's just how I go. I'm starting out here right now, just not knowing what I'm doing in for. Yeah, I just keep going though. Only got two years to go.
All right. Harrison.
Takes a lot of balls to do that pause.
Yeah, no, that was good, man.
Takes a lot of balls
Clap it up
to do
for
that
Harrison. One more time, baby.
So I have a question. One last question for him. So who are your favorite rappers? Like who inspires you currently?
Russ probably.
Okay.
Logic. I like his like positivity and all that.
Mm-hmm.
J. Cole I always loved.
Cool. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
I'm not mad at that.
Good choices.
I'm not mad at that. So we have like 20 other people outside.
Yeah, it's like 40.
No.
Oh my God.
No, I'm dead serious.
All right, so this is what we're gonna do because you guys
serious.
are the shit. We can't bring any more here. This is what I'm thinking. I want you guys to come up here and shout out what you do because I want to get everyone to talk on the mic.
That's a good idea.
Just be like, yo, what's up? I write stories. It's my social media. Shout out your social media handle.
I paint.
Right, and then but we're all gonna build though. Like we're gonna talk.
Yeah, don't
we'll
leave.
Be here for a while. Don't leave.
Yeah, don't leave.
You know,
But
might
just,
ask you to hang out in the hallway for a little bit, but
yeah.
we're gonna come back out when we're done recording. We're gonna hang out with you guys a little bit, film, all that stuff.
Word.
But let's go down the line. Come up, say your name, what you do, shout out your
State your
socials.
name, your purpose, your
all
addiction.
All that. Let's go.
And
Socials.
what you need to do to recover.
Yeah, if you guys want to start exiting.
Credit score.
Yeah, maybe just go in a line and
Credit
then
score,
start
social
exiting.
What's up, man?
security.
Your race.
You don't have to put that on. Just do it. Go ahead and go for it.
My name is Gary De Los Santos. I'm a recording artist. Gary De Los is my artist name. I make music with my best friend.
What
Patch
kind of
Face.
music?
Hip hop, mostly like rap. I try to like mess around with R&B for melodies and stuff. Work with my best friend Patch Face Beats. Super blessed for him. And you could just follow me at IG, Gary De Los, and just check my stuff out, man. I get
Gary De Los. How do you spell it?
GaryDaylos.
Gary De Los.
I get awesome feedback from a lot of people. If you fuck with me, man, follow me. I'm here to help. So,
All right, Gary De Los.
Gary De Los in the building.
All right,
Go follow
next up.
Gary De Los.
Man. Yep. Yes, sir.
The Underdogs is my IG handle.
This guy's a shooter.
Producer.
He's a shooter. I can tell. I know a shooter when I see one.
Aspiring producer. But a whole ton of other stuff, man.
Right.
Fix computers, upgrade computers.
So what the thing I said earlier?
cameras,
The thing I said earlier was
You
that
want a barbecue, holler.
right. Was that accurate? What I said earlier about the computer?
Yeah. I do the whole upgrade thing.
Okay,
hard
good.
drives, memory screens, whatever. I do all of that. Sort of not new to music. I've been DJing like as a little kid. I used to be on Techniques all day. Summertime.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was my
Real
thing.
DJ shit.
Yeah, like I recently met Premier, and it was just like when I met him, it was like he was like actually in my building. And I'm like, okay, what? Like in my neighbors, like he's like my neighbor's like, oh, that's my cousin. I'm like, oh wow, like
Preem.
So it was like it was cool. Like I've always been influenced by hip hop. I'm more, I'm looking. First thing I got Reason and drum pad. Also buy turntable and stuff.
Yeah,
chopping up my.
Stop messing around.
My stepfather has like records from the 20s, so I'm like eager to go to his house and just like
take them.
Crate at a time.
Do it.
Start digging.
Do it.
Start throwing things together.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, man. Appreciate you. What's up, brother?
Thanks for having all of us. Appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
My name's Joe Figlio. Instagram is Joe Figlio Producer. JoeFiglio Producer. And that's it.
That's it.
Like that.
All right.
Fire.
That's what's up. Shout to
Young Figlio.
Figlio.
Young Figlio.
Okay.
Man, what's up, man?
Hey, I got Albert Pujols in the house.
What? Got
Albert Pujols in the house.
My goodness.
What is
Cardinals.
his name?
Albert Pujols.
My name is Angel. I go by Conspiracy. I'm a video producer from Passaic.
Talking to Mike. Talking to Mike.
I'm a producer from Passaic, New Jersey.
Jersey.
Yeah, Jersey. Yeah.
Hey.
That's it. You can follow me on Instagram, Conspiracy 1080p. I'm a producer. That's us, man. Shout out to you though, too, Leo gang. Y'all always shitting on me.
Deep in here, 7:30 all the way.
Hey, yeah, Leos.
I'm not mad at Leos because they right next to us. So we right here.
Exactly.
He said we always shitting on Leo.
On the low, you are.
My mom's a Leo. I love Leo.
Yeah, I'm with a Leo.
My birthday is tomorrow.
Yeah.
Everybody say happy birthday to Glam.
Happy birthday, Glam.
Air horns for everyone. Appreciate you, man.
Happy birthday, Glam.
Thank you.
Don't go nowhere.
Glam.
You know what I mean? We'll be outside. Next up, come on up. What's up, man? Where you from?
How you doing? I'm Benny. I'm from Queens, New York. Queens, Long Island. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Queens? My producer name is Ben YC. You can follow me on
I like that.
Ben YC. Word.
You
follow me?
I think I see you on
I've
Instagram.
met y'all before. I've been around. Y'all know John.
I like that name.
Of course.
He sent me beats. I remember.
That's my favorite name tonight. Ben YC. That's cool.
Ben YC.
I have so much better
You sent me a few.
Every day. I quick learning. You know what I'm saying? All right. So follow me on Instagram. ben.y.c. Working every day. I'm just trying to work with artists collab. I'm really following.
Of course.
Your advice. And just keep working,
That's
everybody.
Ben YC's out here.
Ben YC. Follow Ben YC.
Next.
What's up? Of course, man.
Thanks for being here, bro. Talking to Mike.
Appreciate you, man.
Been producing for 7 years now.
Nice.
Huge fan of the BLAPCHAT. Been watching it for months now.
Thank you.
Again, huge fan of Travis Scott. You guys mentioned the album earlier.
Yeah.
Fire, right?
I can only tell you about the beats, the kind of beats I make. But everything's Maddox. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. That's it.
Maddox.
That's it.
M-A-D. Spell it.
Mattics.
Okay.
Instagram it has an underscore. That's it.
Dope.
Okay.
All right.
Everything's Maddox.
All right,
Maddox in
shout
the
to
building.
Maddox. Yes, sir. What's up, brother?
My name is Buku from Long Island.
What's up,
Hey,
Buku? How are you,
Long
man?
Island.
Long Island is in here.
516. I'm a young producer. I got songs with Fabulous, Fatboy SSC, Supreme Patty. You feel me?
Dope.
I got beats. Hit me up at bukubeats.com.
How do you spell it?
BUKU beats.com.
Okay.
My Instagram and Twitter is
Buku. That's fire.
Buku Booming.
Buku Beats.
Hey.
Buku Beats.
My Instagram and Twitter is KIDBVKU. Just hit me up. I got hella heat on how you're working.
All right, you heard it. Hit Buku up if you need those beats,
Buku
man.
in the building. Hell yeah.
Jael, my man.
Jael, young Jael.
Jael. I looked at him. I said, "You don't count."
The young spirit.
I've been on the podcast before. I did the Honorable C-Note episode.
Yes,
you did the legendary Ryan Leslie one as well.
Oh yeah.
It was less.
Family ties.
Got a lot of views on that. Clout.
Clout.
So my name is Jael. I'm a producer. My Instagram is thereal_Ja JA_B. Producer. Produce hip hop, R&B, and I'm starting to do mixing now. So holla at me.
Let's go.
Real blessed to be here. Thank
my
you.
man Jael.
Jael's family. If anyone don't know already.
What's
What's going on?
What's up, bro?
What's up, Illmind?
How are you, man?
Chilling.
Good. Hey. Good to see another Asian in here, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
Damn, Ill spotted him right away, son. As soon as he got up there, Ill spotted him.
It's actually funny. One of my friends like, yo, you're the dopest Asian producer I know, and I was like, no, Illmind is the dopest producer.
Hey.
I'm not.
He's like, oh, I am.
No, Chad Hugo got me. He got more hits than me. Anyway, yeah.
My name
what's
is
your
Jay Nash. You can follow me on Instagram at j.nash with 2 S's. Producer.
Talking to Mike.
I make beat making videos on my Instagram stuff.
Tight.
So stuff like that.
Fire. You on YouTube and all that as
yeah,
well?
a little bit of YouTube.
Okay.
So I just graduated college. I'm living with my mom now.
Congrats, man.
So, thank you.
Save that money. Stay there as long as you can, bro. Don't listen to what they say.
I'm trying to figure out my life right now.
Yeah.
Like, said no to some job offers. I just want to do this full time, so I'm just sending it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you want to. Asian parents are tough because you want to. Yeah. You want to do you, but you also don't want to alienate them. So kind of, you know, don't spread yourself thin, but try a little bit of everything and kind of, you know, don't try to overdo anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think she believes in me enough, so.
That's good. I mean, if she believes in you, that's huge. That's huge, you know, and just use that as fuel to go for it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, be responsible about yourself, becoming an adult, and all that stuff. But use that as fuel, man. Just keep doing it and keep having fun.
Can I ask one question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Basically, my only question is, how important is it to be in a spot like New York or LA? Because living in my parents' house gets a little tough after a while. Like, you're just making beats every single day, then like you can't really go anywhere to like shop them out. I mean,
well, I'll put it this way: if you lived in Boise, Idaho, you wouldn't be here right now.
That's true.
So location does matter. Yeah.
Travel.
And
I
travel.
drove from Boston.
Travel,
Good.
email people.
You came from Boston?
Yeah.
For today?
Well, I also shot a video earlier, but
I
saw your.
I was on the way.
It was in the area.
I was in the town.
Before driving back.
Hey, I'm here.
No, but that's dope, man. Yeah.
So it's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, just keep doing you, man, and keep having fun, man. Yeah. It's really that simple. Cool.
And the grass is always greener, bro.
Always.
You'll be here. You wish you were here. You'll be there. You wish you were here.
Yeah.
Just keep working. That's it. And we are lit today.
BLAPCHAT. Episode
Very
80.
much so.
Yeah, we had some special invited guests for today's episode. We were expecting like 5 to 10 people.
I said 8.
Yeah.
I said 10.
I think I said 15.
You said so. If this was Price is Right, you would be the winner.
I'd be the winner.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
You get a car.
You get a car.
Too bad Oprah isn't here. But
Oprah in here. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. But we got some. We got some amazing people here, man. Thank you guys for coming.
We got
all,
62 people to come after.
62
We thought
people.
it was
I
under
can't believe
20.
we pulled it off. But I'm excited about you guys. See a couple familiar faces. You know. Not you. I looked right at you like, you know, there's my man right there. No. I was trying to figure it out.
Got Black Heart in the building.
You know what I mean? But we're here, man. Give yourselves a round of applause, first of all, for like showing up. I know it's like Thursday. Like, what the fuck are we doing? What are they doing? So
and
basically,
we finally had 2 ladies. We gotta call the ladies out.
Yeah, shout out to the ladies in the building. So what we're doing, basically, like, if you guys are confused and shit, like, this is where we record the podcast. Raise your hand if you listen to the podcast. Okay, if you don't, get the fuck out. No, I'm just kidding. I'm only kidding. But yeah, this is where we do it. And basically what we did with the other group is we just had you guys come up one by one, take the hot seat, and you know, introduce yourself, and then, you know, answer some questions. But we're like super limited. We have like 20 minutes, so I want to try to get everybody on the mic. So what I'm going to ask you guys to do, I'm going to start from here, is come up, have a seat, shout out what you do, and your social media, and you know, if you have a quick question, we could fit something in, we could do that. You guys,
if you want to, no pressure, guys.
Yeah, you
no
don't
pressure.
have to, you know what I mean? But I just want to get everybody a chance to like get on camera and get on the mic.
There's only like 300,000 people listening. You guys are okay. No pressure.
So from the left, we'll start from my man right here. Have a seat. Clap it up.
Hey.
You don't need the headphones. You don't really need them. Just talking to Mike. So introduce yourself.
What's going on? I'm Spice Productions. And thank you for having us. Thank you for doing this for everybody.
Shout out to Spice Productions.
I appreciate everything you guys do for the community. I learn a lot. I listen to every episode.
Nice.
That's what's up.
What's your favorite episode?
You know what? Recently, just off the top of my head, the one that's been resonating the most was with Lamont Graves.
Okay.
Because he really touched on a lot of things that I've had a lot of question marks about, simply because of where I'm at with my music. Because now the questions about publishing are arising, and I just mentioned to Illmind just a couple minutes ago. I used the BLAP-KIT for a single that I'm about to drop with an artist. Shout out to Eric Lewis. He's the rapper on the track. So, you know, I want to make sure I do the right thing as a producer. I want to know what my responsibilities are, especially when it comes to using BLAP-KITs.
Yep.
And
was it a sample loop?
It's I use strings from your Strings and 808 pack.
Right.
And there's a snare drum, a snare that I used.
Right.
In that.
So
production.
basically, what's gonna happen is you're gonna shoot me an email.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna shoot you an invoice for $100,000.
Let's do it. Let's do it. It might take a while to pay, but I'm in.
I'm just kidding.
Do payment plans?
No.
Layaway.
Just, if you use one of my loops, all you have to do is email me.
Yeah.
Let me know what project it's for. Send
Yeah.
me the track so I can hear it, so I can make sure it's actually my loop.
It's your sounds. I played out, so I created the loop, but it's your sounds.
Cool.
Off what you want.
Yeah. So just send it over and then shoot me the info on like the artist and the label and all that, and then I'll bring my team in.
So we're still working. Like we're still ready. We haven't shot the video yet, but we're gonna be scheduling that video shoot in the next couple weeks.
Cool.
And then
Sounds good.
All right.
Sounds good. That's it. Shout out your socials, man.
Yeah, so Spice Productions. So you can find me on YouTube, Spice Productions. On Instagram is Spice Productions Music. And Twitter is Spice Production without the S. There's too many letters, too many characters. And that's it.
By the way, did I mention Spice Productions?
Spice Production. What is your favorite spice? Are you like fresh garlic? I mean, are you like oregano?
Honestly,
I'm
dead.
What are you?
What's your favorite spice?
My favorite spice when it comes to cooking, I do love to cook.
Yeah.
Don't get me
See,
wrong.
of course. That's why your name is Spice, right?
What's your nationality?
I'm Colombian.
Colombian?
I was born in Cali,
Okay.
Colombia. Represent.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Raised in New York.
You got the rice. You got the rice with the butter.
No butter in the rice.
No butter in the rice.
No. I'm an olive oil kind of guy.
Olive oil.
Yeah.
No, because I have someone who's Colombian and they put butter in the rice. I didn't know if that was a Colombian thing or.
No, actually, I've learned that from Salvadorian cooking.
Okay, got it.
Salvadorians like to put their butter in the rice, from what I understand.
Spice Productions.
All right,
thank you, bro.
Spice Productions. Thank you, man.
Hey, I just want to let you know, I have a 9-year-old son. Shout out to Abram.
Shout out to Abram.
We blap and crap in the studio, so when I make beats for him, he blaps it or craps it.
Dope.
No way.
Yeah, if he craps it, I don't put it on social
Are
media.
you showing him how to make beats?
He plays. Yeah, I actually released a beat the other night that he played. He actually played.
Wow,
I sampled it.
that's
and
amazing.
we put it out.
Fire.
Yo, shout to Abram. Abram,
yeah.
Shout to Abram, man. You got a black guy right here, man. Don't crap him too much. You know, don't be so hard on him. Yeah.
God bless. Thank
All
you.
right, man.
Thank you very much.
Spice Production.
Yep. My man over here, come on up. Damn, we gotta get through this. What's up, man?
What's going on? What's going on?
Yo.
What's your name? What do you do?
Gerard C. Baker. It's funny. I've been in this game for like a minute.
Word.
So I'm kind of just getting back into it. I produced for a lot of people already.
Word.
Tony Braxton, Master Ace, Saigon, Fabulous.
Legendary.
I'm just having to
We got questions for you then,
I wasn't really
right?
I just came around to just start, getting back, maybe working with some artists, things like that. I've been doing it a little bit now.
Okay.
But I've worked for Virgin or EMI.
Word.
It's kind of well for me to be here. Now I'm just like, wow, I didn't know this was gonna happen. I was just literally just coming by.
We didn't know either.
Play the background. And just
we didn't know either.
Kind of see what's going on.
Is there any like seeing that you're back in the game and you have like all this experience and you've done a lot of great work already?
Yeah.
Are you experiencing like any types of challenges now, like that you were kind of unaware of compared to back then, since like the game is so different now? Or
Well, definitely. When I came in, I actually started as a receptionist. So I came in and I was just like, look, I want to do A&R, and I got a shot at work with Richard Branson for a while, and then from there I kind of just. So it was weird because the way things are now, it's not like that. You don't go to the labels. People are putting out their own stuff. So it's almost like I'm restarting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of weird because I still love doing it. I never did it for money. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, it was always about just. I was doing this since 7, so this is what I wanted to do. And I seen you. I remember when you used to do those things, and I forgot where off of 14th Street you used to when you had the ASR. I remember.
Beat Society.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah,
yep.
Exactly. So and so I was just lucky to get on. Just to get on, and just.
It's a different game now.
It's totally different.
It's all relationships.
I'm doing. I'm just doing more different things. I'm doing things on the computer now because I used to use the ASR, and I still kind of use it. To be honest with you, so.
That's what's
I still use Pro Tools and little Logic.
Don't get rid of it.
Nah, I can't because
keep it.
I mean, luckily I still get placements, so
Good.
here and there. But it's different. I always tell people, don't do this if you ain't really trying to do it. For like, you know what I'm saying? Like
that's true. And also too, like it's in your DNA. You've been doing it for so long.
Yes, exactly.
It's part of who you are.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So it's all about collaboration. That's the main reason why I came up here. I was thinking, damn, I'm gonna see who's here, see the new people that's here, see you, different things. Because when I was coming up, I kind of did everything by myself, kind of. Right. You know, like I had people that I worked with, like big up Andrea Martin, my writing partner, and
you could only get so far by yourself sometimes.
Yeah. So I just want to just say, yo, it's possible. You know what I'm saying? Just like, yo, I did Master Ace, Take a Walk, Tony Braxton, The Better Man.
Legendary.
Sargon, If My Mommy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of different records. I just was able to. You know what I'm saying? Just
good shit, man.
I can name. I just wasn't here for that. It's just to show you that, you never know who's here, who's doing what. You know what I'm saying? Like I did this for like 15 years just doing music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I can guarantee.
I had a shirt and tie on today because I got a job. Because in between that, and I never really had an actual job. So I was literally laterally able to. I do audio and video work now. But you have to figure out how to laterally support yourself in the meantime because the business is so up and down.
Pay those bills.
You know what I'm saying? So.
It's facts. And you got to just shoot your shot too. Like out of all 60 plus people that came today, one or two of you guys could get together.
That's what it was. It was really about just meeting new people and getting that energy again. That's why I really came here, to be honest with you. I didn't know what to expect when I was like, man, video, what are we doing? Like,
I mean, and you see the age range here. You know what I mean? How many people are under 20? Okay, how many people are 20 to 25? All right, 25 to 30. 30 plus. You know what I mean?
So
31, right?
There's no.
You got the 3.
Definitely.
So it's just diverse. I love people from different generations come together because it's all music at the end of the day, right? So
definitely I appreciate it. I watch your show.
Appreciate you. Thank you, man.
Nah, it's all good, man.
Thank you, man.
You're doing what you're doing what you're supposed to do.
Really appreciate that,
I'm just
bro.
trying to keep it alive as well. Just loving the music, man.
Do you have a social media?
Yeah, shout your socials so they can follow.
To be honest with you, I'm so low key. The only thing you can check is if you want to hit me, music. MUSIC, the number 4, life, LIFEENT, at yahoo.com.
There it is.
And if you want, Google me, Gerard C. Baker. Just Google me. All the records that I've done is on there. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, legendary records. For real.
Gerard, thank you so much, man. For real.
Thank you, brother. My man. Yes, sir.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
All right. Hanging.
My name's Kamal. I go by Speaker Killer.
Dope.
My website is speakerkiller.com. You can find everything.
How'd you get that? That's tight. Speakerkiller.com. That's what's up.
That's how it was.
Yeah. So Speaker Killer, you produce?
I'm a producer.
What do you use?
I use Logic.
Logic?
Logic game.
That's what's up.
Logic, man.
You got a quick question for us? Anything we can help you with?
Yeah. So, what would you consider the biggest transition from being a amateur producer to a professional producer? What was your biggest transition?
I still think I'm an amateur.
Okay.
I'm an amateur, and the reason why I feel like an amateur is because I'm always trying to outdo myself. I'm always trying to create better music today than I did yesterday, and in doing that, I'm consistently learning more about new ways to make music, new sounds to use, new patterns, and so.
You grew up in a musical family?
My dad played guitar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And so the learning just is nonstop, and I really compare being a musician, producer, artist, songwriter, singer to yoga. You know, when people do yoga, they call it a practice. Like they say, I practice yoga. And the reason why they say that is because you never master yoga. There's always going to be someone out there that's better than you or not as good as you. So it's just a consistent practice. So I like to say I'm practicing music. I'm practicing, beat making, songwriting, because you never really get over that hump. So yeah, I mean, technically, yes, I'm a professional, successful producer, but in my mind, I'm still amateur because I'm still learning so much, right? And so I think it's a mentality thing. Like if you, instead of looking at it like getting over the hump of becoming professional, it's more just staying down here so that you can just like keep improving and keep learning. Because I know that like a year from now, I'll be way better than I am today.
You can tell in your music. It's constantly growing.
Yeah, just
awesome.
Keep growing every year, right? So I don't know. It's just like a mentality thing for me. How do you guys feel about that?
The same.
Right.
Yeah, I think for me, it's more so not focusing on amateur or professional. It's just learning your craft as much as you can, because there are professional producers that sometimes their music, you know,
sounds
like
amateur.
yeah, and there's producers that we love that sometimes we hear something and we're like, that wasn't it for me, you know. So you're always gonna critique yourself as far as like your work, if it's amateur, if it's this, if it's that. Just focus on your craft, learning as much as you can with your craft, you know, and learning like.
I just want to say I'm a big fan too, man. I'm up here from Atlanta, man.
Thank you.
I just wanted to come through and definitely show you some appreciation for your music.
Thank you so much for pulling up, bro. Really appreciate it.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right,
nice
clap it up.
meeting everybody.
Hey. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Thank you. What's up, bro? Come on in. Have a seat. Got the ginger ale? That's what's up.
They make me do it. So.
They made you do it.
Yeah.
Got a Seagram sponsor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Refreshing.
We're gonna put a big blue dot in front of that.
Do you have to?
I'm gonna blur it out now.
Okay.
So what's your name? What do you do?
So I'm Baizhang. It means polar bear in Chinese.
Nice.
And also my name is Sean. So a big joke with me and my friends would they always be like, "Bye, Sean."
By Sean. That's tight.
Right.
Wow.
So,
are you part Japanese or?
No, but I'm just really into like Far Eastern culture.
Nice.
Like, I studied abroad in Japan for like 4 months. So.
Do you speak a little bit?
Skoshi.
Got you. I was gonna say a word, but I don't know any. So you produce?
Yep, produce, and I'm an artist too.
Cool.
So,
Cool. So do you have any questions, curiosities?
They said you were gonna talk about like adding dynamic to and like depth to your production. If you could speak on that.
What do you guys think? Dynamic, depth. What about in songwriting, Atlas?
What was that? What's the question?
I like dynamic and depth, like ups and downs, peaks and valleys. Any
if
hints?
you're doing, as far as vocal goes, I always think, obviously doubling, but also harmonizing. You know, layering, and using words that like people use every day. You know, like if you think about a lot of the hit songs, they're phrases that people use.
Right.
You know, like 0 to 100, like people you say that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like there's always phrases that people use. So I think harmonizing and emphasizing the melody during the words, you know, just make it clever, make it smart. You know what I mean? But also make it easy. And it goes back to what we were talking about with music production. It's like is easy and simple, like the less is more thing.
Yeah.
It's like a very tricky line, like when you really think about it. Like less is more is like a science, man. It's like what does that really mean? You know what I mean? So it's like when digging in with that, it's great. So I would say that.
And then also like in terms of like production with dynamics and stuff, like dynamic production is the opposite of linear, right? We would say. So like I like to look at production like a movie, right? So it's like how can I make a movie in 3 minutes? Right, so I need to introduce characters. I need to get the listener excited about the characters. I need some kind of plot twist, which is usually the hook or a bridge, right? So I'm kind of treating every sound like a character in the movie, and then introducing certain characters in the beginning and getting people excited about them to come back, to leave, to resolve, to disappear. So when you kind of visualize a track like a small movie, how can I entertain the listener as much as possible? And it makes sense. It's like, I want to take certain stuff out. I want like a small pre-hook to go into a bigger hook, maybe switch it up in that way. So the word dynamic, that's what I get from it, is how can I take the listener for a ride? Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I really like the movie comparison.
Yeah, it's great.
That
like get
helps,
me get me excited. Like when you listen to Diplo, when you listen to any top 40 pop song, they're telling a really catchy story. The little guitar loop in the beginning, and then it's like, oh shit, and then it disappears, and then there's a beat, and then Halsey starts singing, and then fucking the guitar comes back in the hook, and you're like, I love this song. It's because it's all character introduction, right? And you're manipulating the listener.
I think also your sound selection,
absolutely,
plays a big part in that, I would say.
Yep.
And you could also do the movie thing with like the writing, like
1000%.
relatability to the characters.
1000%. Yep. Awesome.
Right.
Shout your social medias.
Baizhang2000 Instagram and also Tumblr.
All right.
How do you spell that?
Clap it up for
How do you spell that though?
Oh, it's BAIXIONG.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you guys.
Yep. My man, come on up.
Welcome
to the stage.
Welcome. Don't be shy.
What's up, guys?
What's up?
It's an honor. I feel like I'm talking to the Gary V of like the music industry.
Oh, that's
right
what people
now.
say.
Yeah.
That's what people say.
Yeah.
Should we call him?
Yeah, I would love to
call him?
speak to him. That'd be awesome.
Should we call him? Should we see if he picks up his phone? Okay. I highly doubt it, but let's see. Shout out your socials while we do this so it's not awkward.
It's Bored Finesse, BORED Finesse. That's on all socials. And yeah, you can just call me Finesse. But yeah.
All right, so
in the building.
Finesse in the building is right.
Let's FaceTime Gary V and see if he picks up.
That would be a lot. Let's see.
It's probably like on the call.
Yeah. I want to see
the president of Google or something.
If he did, timing is crazy. But
it was meant to happen.
Gary, check it out. So my man right here was like, yo, Ill, you're like the Gary V of music. And I'm like, let me fucking call Gary and see if he picks up. We just wanted to holler and say what's up.
I only picked up because I thought you had my fucking Sonic branding.
Gary.
I do. By the way, yeah, I do actually. I'm sending that tonight.
All right, I love you. Listen, what's up, everyone? Do your thing.
Dude, Gary, talk soon.
Talk soon.
Peace.
Peace.
He really did.
That's funny.
Thank you so much. That was like
that's
awesome.
cool because remember last time you tried to call Just Blaze.
Call Just Blaze.
Yeah, no, but then Just called me back. He called me
10
back
minutes after, like
3 days later. Like, oh, what's up, dude?
No, he called you back like once we were done.
No, then he hit me again,
Outside.
and then I didn't pick up like an asshole.
You're
anyway.
like, you looked at it like.
Yeah. Anyway, that was bad. So yeah, man. What do you have a question? Or?
Yeah. So I feel like I'm at an point in my career where I've been working long enough and I've gotten good enough where I feel like I could charge people for my work and stuff, right? But sometimes I feel like I'm sacrificing the long-term bag for like the short-term money when I could be growing with these artists instead of just charging them for videos or engineering or whatever, where I feel like I could actually be growing with these artists. So I was just wondering what your take is on that. If I should rather charge these people and they're not always gonna hit me up, or I should just work with these people long term, maybe for a discounted price or even for free. What do you think is the best route?
Atlas, take that because me and you share the same sentiment.
Yeah, dude. Oh man, I'm so glad you said that.
What happened to your mic,
What's
dude?
up over there, man?
Hey, hello. Look at this. What happened over here?
What are you doing?
Jesus Christ. Hello, welcome back, guys. BLAPCHAT here. All right. So, what's the question one more time?
Is it worth?
Wait, by the way, guys, can we just make a round and we just had Gary V.
Oh man.
Gary V, yo.
Pull up real quick.
Hell yeah. All right. Sorry. So go ahead. What was the question?
So sometimes I feel like I'm sacrificing the long-term bag when I'm asking artists to pay me for doing engineering or video work or something like that, when I could just be doing work with them for free or at a discounted price, and I could be growing with them long-term and just secure something that could last a lifetime rather than just like a month or two or something like that.
Right. Well, it's a really interesting thing because it depends on where you are in the point in your life, and what I mean by that is there's a time where you got to pay the bills.
Yeah, amen.
You know what I'm saying? Like, time is money. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have kids especially, or you're in a relationship, or you got a house, or whatever your situation is personally. So there's a time for that. But I also think, which is more the wiser way to go, is if you find a talent that you really believe in, that you really fuck with, then just keep building with them, and don't charge them.
Yeah.
Just make fucking dope shit and keep making dope music.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like a good strategy, because we're running out of time, is basically just charge, and it might not sound fair, but charge the people that you don't necessarily believe in, because you're really doing it for the money.
I mean, of course.
Hand pick and choose the people you really, really want to invest in, and work with them for free.
Yeah, totally.
Work with them for free and pick and choose. You got a couple you work here, you're dedicating time, and then you're selling beats on the side as well, generating income, and then you're just kind of building that way.
Okay, thanks so much.
And then also what'll happen is if the artist that you're giving them for free gets bigger and you really believe them, they start blowing up. Well, guess what? When they get a situation and they get label backing, there's a budget to start paying you.
Yes.
And then you could double
and
up.
And then you start tripling it. You know what I mean?
And then your beat selling business is also getting clout. So your sales are increasing there.
Yeah.
So you're doubling up on your money. They're blowing up. You're getting more popular, and then you get it popping from there.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah. All right, clap it up. Appreciate you, man. Shout out your socials before you go.
Social is Bored Finesse. That's BORD, like bored as fuck. And yeah. And I'm a music producer, artist, videographer. You can hit me up for anything. And yeah, thank you.
Dope.
All right, word. Listen up, guys. We ran out of time, unfortunately, but what we're going to do is we got to wrap up because there's another show coming, right? At 7?
Correct.
So we're going to wrap up. We're going to still talk to you guys, so we're going to hang out like outside and we're just going to chop it up. Is that cool? Yeah, we're going to film it and all that stuff. It's going to be fun. All right, so episode 80, BLAPCHAT.
Yeah, in the bag. Let's get it.
In the bag. Clap it up for all you guys. Stick around. We're out of here. See you guys next week. Peace.
BLAPCHAT.